our strength in unity. From billion to billion, the NDC shall lead. Stable democrat, Ghana, our strength in unity. Victory! Victory! It's our land. Victory! It's our land. JJ is a winner. Ghana, of the truck of the land, forward and secure future. People love me, our God. From billion to billion, the NDC shall lead. Stable democrat, Ghana, our strength in unity. From billion to billion, the NDC shall lead.
All right, I was for me, my Obibia Jo. Na me with GDSA Ubia Ehoye. And there Benada assigned about a live stream 22nd of August 2023. And then so yeah, the programming Eba so the programming 1 hour with Munufie, meeting any William Munufie Aman Kona. Send the BIA and we try to stream 1 hour of our show. Send the BIA, you beat me Abu Ghana and some so now for the union ya bois Aji Ghana, a scene Pumasi Bre, send ya Ghana, Nibia per se Ghana, Programming be streaming from Helsinki, Finland, into so Binyam Renami Atana. In the next 1 hour, and the Yabobosos are na for the Yabu Ghana, so same. Now, and the Yababe Kasafa Ghana's economy home. Into episode don't say Sibutuma, is Castle, and as a sign it here. Then secondly, no, the managers of our economy and saying on performing in the management of the economy. Omutime boama mayano ekoso. Omu bibi asene ya mayano ye pe. Oto abama on day and 7 or more country and send out to abana de momo. 7 or more kind no more ye and those kind of things. Inti se opes all join the year stream nuswa number na 0508117781. The patch I think say Bimo person try somebody from the normal call, but a WhatsApp line and I'm a Jumanti 0508117781 no a WhatsApp. Samsung I made a link and so a to screen so to say you'll be up say we join a program live on the stream so and also meet me the whole account. Inti link and I made a to screen so no with me join it live on the show. Now if the any in a actual command boom. Inti mama yensha say name pick 1 or 2 things be ma ansana yetimi abuboso. It's we need to measure them by what they have said and what they have done. And then again, we try to see say, if the African youth, we are ready to take the power from these old men, continent, and them almost say, or more enroll, are we ready to take the mantle? Can we develop Africa to the next level as we wish? These are the things that we're going to discuss. Now, so say, Uboto and as I would say, Uboto in Siskaswa, then I don't think say, you may be with me, of course. Inti mama yango bisa wana boka na Japan say economy ni saying no. Si jaga na so de mana kwan be na for so be develop Ghana. So be timi be when as a president the first day in office then obey me nkuti answer or be my.
No,
you don't.
No. About what?
For the promises you made that you have failed to deliver.
Who made the promise?
Me, the MPP, not me, so the Canadian.
So I didn't make any promise because as an individual I have given a lot of suggestions that they did not take. Like the example I gave you that we have to do irrigation and they didn't mind it. President Kufuor's time when I was advising Minister of Agric to, have warehouses that were blowers, can store yam for 8 months, telling them to build blast freeze machines so that our fish that we catch, we can export. They didn't listen to me. So who will blame me for that?
We have to go now, but there is a rumor out there that Afro Kennedy, he's just doing this. Later on, he's going to throw his support again behind somebody, and that he's just doing this to scuttle the race. I want you to look at the camera and say on authority that you're running this race to the end and that you're not just doing some experiments, because the numbers are looking good for you in terms of the polls.
You see?
Are you in to support someone or you are going to the end?
My brother, you know election is expensive. If you know how much I've spent, those who are sitting back there thinking Kennedy Japan is doing it for somebody, I'm afraid they have to change their mind. And again, the policies that I have, none of them going around has been able to tell the delegates in Ghana what they are going to do for the country. So I stand out. Look, 4 days ago, this weekend, Sunday or so, I got 17 lecturers from Legon who said, they came to me, moving peak here, and said that they are all lecturers, but they believe and accept that they are theorists. And they buy into the pragmatism policy that I have been talking about. And therefore, they want to be part of it. 17 lecturers. On Sunday, they were here. That alone tells you something. So I'm in for good.
We wish you all the best and thank you for speaking to us.
You're welcome, and thank you for giving me the opportunity.
That's Honorable Kennedy.
I hope I've been able to clear some of the
You have told your story, and that's essentially what we sought to do out, to let you speak to the issues that have been raised against you. Thank you. We hope to speak to you again. Maybe, what number do you hope to be at the top, in the top 5? I know you want to be in the top 5, but which position? You want number 1, number 2, number 3?
Number 1.
You think you can beat the two of them? Alan and Ken?
Why not? Everything is possible.
Alan and Baumia?
Everything is possible.
You're confident you'll be sworn in as president?
Yes.
What will be the first thing you do as president if you're elected in 2025?
Changing the mindset. What I'll do is, and I've started, it's good you came up with this question.
We are signing out. I just wanted one thing you do.
I'll bring all musicians together to let them come up with heroic songs, and we'll organize a concert like We Are the World. R&B, high lives, reggae, gospel, they all come together and play all these songs. Then after that, we'll give it to the media and schools to play for Ghanaians to be patriotic, honest, and disciplined.
For say Mohu, Honorable Kennedy Japan, when he was asked, say, promises now or NPP for INO, I want to deliver. He was trying to distance himself, say, and you're not making those promises. It means that Nanado promises no make you want to deliver. Kennedy Japan was say, a failing. So he was trying to run away from that. Then he came up at the end with a very, very funny thing to say. When asked, say, if he gets the opportunity, to become the president at the end of the manifesto, or say he will organize musicians, then they will compose songs for our heroes and then sing. Then he will give it to the media. The media now, Apaja, Ghana, Akosoro. Yet these same people, when under His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, a minister came up with bus branding to showcase our heroes, they had problems with it. Someone was saying no behavior. Bus branding showcasing President Kufuor, President Rawlings, President Tamils, and those kind of these people made a case out of it. Yet, or not a chance, if he becomes the president, he's gonna bus branding. He's gonna organize musicians to compose a song, and then that he thinks that will praise our heroes. And these are the men that we are talking about here. The men. These are the men now. NPP, I can say they had the men. Someone how hypocrite these men are. Ujai Ghana, they say in Kufu is a Sanon Bese Ghana. Because they have no idea how to govern the nation. And to imagine say will be president, the first thing about organizing Ghana musicians. So they are more radios, the first day he becomes the president, that is what he's gonna do.
And they are one who train economy na crash pensioners for omo makọ ahomegye mu omo ahomegye sika aban kra pese ode ne sa toso omo de omo sika abo aban besi aban si ontua come in Ghana will be as your moya besia. Ukodjomwa and what ton to ni pebre edwumani. There is a freeze on public sector employment as we speak. Mabunu hu dio mo be sika kakra na Bank of Ghana fo betumi atwa me de aye bibi papa so a omo so omo de kwa kosi head office foforo omo kosi abronsan ato so aye ni nyina hwehwe dan foforo akwa akotene mo Bank of Ghana dan abusuafo ye nyina so ye hu chimma ben na wo ho edan ya motimu a mo ye adwuma no na mo didi sike problem bi ani ho na eno krom na mo ti a mo say mo de 32 million cedis and your communication expenses according to sika nko a 97 million na de amokotena dan mo no ni mu eno ye nhwehwe ne de na mo be. That is a complete misplaced priority. The Bank of Ghana here and nay enye new head office sika kakra na omo wo no e wo se e bisiesie bank no na BBC a bank na timi aye na dwuma bank bi kura kwa ho kire mu a Bank of Ghana timi aboa no. Say banks in mutie yewura to force in the debate on the floor mid-year budget reviewer. Banks in boka in the billions. Banks are Ghana nyina. Na wo Bank of Ghana na wo yo mo bank omo kwa wo chiro mo ba beboa no. Wo so wo boka kese ese. Wo nwe no wo se wo kwa kosi new head officer. E no de adabraka. Ye mpene so ne empene so china. Nti ye frame wa na de wo ho nyina no no. Ye da mo ase. Na ye hwe ni mu se Ura no one for the human to the entire 137 members of parliament, supported by well-meaning patriots, Ghana for the offices of Bank of Ghana. They are making sure that we will occupy the Bank of Ghana. Anopa, we will occupy there until Addison in the Juma Beto. Because I deal with, or maybe anyway, see what you don't have. And in this Ghana for your so you bet now was say yet now near ye ni hai ehwe omo a omo be bo o man no kra ya da mo ase.
NDC as every notice, for now say they're gonna go into the Bank of Ghana. Into Mr. Ghana, maybe our Ghana be an unya mera danoswa or join the NDC. Then we all go because in the Bank of Ghana, Ghana sikano. We dear go on Bobo Ghana na form. In here say better now Ghana or say be a madam and found we NDC for us and we say we for us that be where we are talking about Ghana's issue. We are Ghana for in ourselves. See Jamaica the show monsa on best mine. Into your see a corner copycat on the premises of the Bank of Ghana. Send a bear, you better now sa come say the governor no or no can be fat in the money and no benefit. You go post in a damn no and yene papa dia. A Ghana Jumana away. Inti se adwuma ye dem no so ntimi nya ye Ghana for na ye ho kwan se itime ka jense masa adwuma na wo ye no ye hia inti sorry ko inti no this is what the notice NDC they are serving mesre Ghana ni bia mere no so a oba join the NDC as a Ghanaian. This is not NDC MPP. We are all working there as Ghanaians. Na fe de kwa some akopushi amaman no adu the level a yankasa eyeman a ye nyina ye pe inti ye kwa enim no aban se or the 10% tax we have to bet so to bet I buy this on one criteria but what again on our me fancy abrantia na buy na team money when you can see now that to bet kakra okotwa luto bia o we ne a buy this bet 10% we lose the a oni hwe de ma nti em kwanen kwaje Ghana for dodo na adwen kire emfa ho na mi so mo say sa bet tax na buy de ba no o ma adwen kire ne sen e wo ho
go make no, the government should forget that thing. Make no tier tax because even the people where they sell for the market, the street top, the people, the women, the men, they sell so then they pay tax. Why is it that the bet where they do they won't pay some tax?
It's a holiday and we find ourselves at one of Accra's busiest streets, Cantamanto. This is another episode of Flow Your Mind. We are asking one question. Government has introduced 10% deduction tax on winnings on bets, lottery, and game of luck. What does the street have to say? Follow me and find out more.
No, not for me so. Because me, the money where me I will take good. No, now you know be you go take money chop my account to make I take good. This year is why I go win. Or if they chop me, I need to go pay 10%. So why I will chop where you go tear 10% for inside. So me I know this agreement inside.
It be tax way where they take the build the country. You know the thing say it be good idea.
it be good idea, but for this seaside we dem take am there, no be good idea.
So where dem go take go?
Like maybe that toe boot there, some things, no. But for betting side, make they no for take am.
I think it's a good idea. Yeah, at least the government will also generate money from there. Yeah, it will help build our economy small. Yeah, it's a good idea for me. Yeah.
It's not a good thing. Because for instance, the betting. Why betting? We have a lot of work that they can take tax from it. Why betting? Because I know you and I know betting is not good. It's spoiling our kids. So why betting? They can take it from so many things. Good.
But what the government do, they make no tear the tax because they bet there from the white man where they produce they give to all the black people, so make them cut and where them go get some money, where they go buy chocolate and things. Them go get some money for chop money, they go buy wachi or maybe some food. I be about. So make no the government should forget that thing. Make no tear tax because even the people where they sell for the market, the street top, the people, the women, the men, they sell so then they pay tax. Why is it that the bet where they do they won't pay some tax? I mean the bet it meant for the white man. Be the white man where they produce them. It for US. So make the government get money. Why you want government you get money pound? It be so way it is.
Say, as me as a ban in the bed, yeah. Every season here, cry, your boys to cry, let's be crack or bet to Babuta. I'm why I was say, I'm a paying also, I could give you on. Because I say me out the bed, yeah, pet, pekura, because I also like I'm a pretty young baby. I found my head. I never boys that say you buy you money about Malcolmunia. Maybe on a bet in the class. You be now trying like a car. You be the class. Who's how do you say? Eseba. Once you try to be party by and your cry.
Bet in a boy kakra wo maimu be dwuma me nyina bet adaroma na aboa kakra kakra se me wie school no adwuma bia ni o maimu ti bet n kakra kakra mitimi dia matimi afa na ma ayede yeton na se betwa bet no na wo sa bet 10% free so dia edia ene entwaye ti ko be ne sa dia ne enka wonya ye ne bet fo no na ne again no obaji atum kura na no de emfe ho na wonya ye ne etwa bet no so ye ntwa bet no deduction bia yesra ban na yesra nya sa dia ye betu ne sutia yesra na epa chopa
timi ni de sami a metwa me lotu a lotu nsi die tin na se metwa lotu from January to December de manya ka credit ni asa bet 10% na my benefit in say other say me twa no malusu so acha say there should be in case we the tax be beba ne be yetimamu for no e be fet yan dia entimi nya de enye possible sa
that's a unya 90% a whole 90% enso
da be enso me na no to dia we bet make twa to from January to December ni bi o na bi akonya be 5 cedi bi edi na ba tim 10% now there 10 cedi a day kula no a month no calculate na had a month say almost 10 cedi times a month what the 300 times 12 years say no what the 5 cedi mama say 10 million what lose kula ka ya bo so aja senji ya papa no me penasa mba to nya bibi mfa ho mai no say bia me challenge no but I do na me dey me chiro better
me another government no try cry because the bet if I could bet right now and they chop me you go pay and give me so that one no good the country self is spoiled already no be this tax where
we should think about the poor.
All right. Moya Ghana and some ya Moamasem. Baby, is a minor do no. Nobody is thinking about the poor. Mine, ya jam mine out to autopilot in a mine and one baby and enye. And I'm man paying for the decisions from taking. I don't even know where they get the decisions from or the ideas from the decision and meaning baby free. They seem to be thinking about themselves and how to make money and maximize money. Send a buy a mobile bottom a bit in my head there. But what team Munina or what you also the Yadi will be arguing. That is the direction I Ghana I could say. In TTC will be kind of brand here. What you lotus are maybe from January to August. Wendy. Now could Diba could be 31st of August and I said January, December be a buy some quarter. Now do you know when did it? I didn't buy anything mania. Because if this is the policy about against or widening the taxiness there, then I'm sorry they have failed already. Then means they don't even know what they are talking about. But you could see clearly say the managers of our economy, they are lost. They are completely lost in touch with the people. Now a Bobby be who are pay, a baby a co-position, a day or I don't know. Then you start to fight with the citizenry. Almost see and pay, or some more pay, or say when you will see be almost idea how much about you more tomo. Sana buying a year. Into buying the argument and say, Timmy, we need be an idea, or the only problem be or what all. Into another policy or no debano, and your policy or no whatever bay will be, and your baby careful. Let's see, kind of say, Moja, or more with this kind of. But they have NPP. Super Delegates Congress here omokwe nipa 10 hwesika ombese isa sika no ansana omatimi akọ so me dia me mo ajo nyumre
hello
me mo ajo nyumre me nia
good evening apome
me ho pa pa cho de say na free here
from Farouk Samu wow Farouk ya
oh nice we dey say Accra street
free Accra
Sir. Na and if any inside your pocket economy, what don't say you both to my sika say na
Hey, wait a minute, can share ya tea for near ya chef na.
Okay.
Bibi our hair, every Ghana, echo we are self and I be a she has some con edimo bia. Now wait there, Bongo, a can someone as some case about how.
I see.
On say economy no. There were Sebia omo amofi say omo ho chire mo omo. Ena omo so omo ho ahin high omo a omo ho ato omo a omo di wonsa ehye ne bottom ne mpa ase ne bibia odi ne sabefa bia ska no ebi o ho. Say Cecilia da pa de a e bai. If you na ska ho. Me Jesus here ba ko bia ska e be yi no e betimi solve a lot of problems. If you say we dey wonsa be share bottom so be nyeska and I win nyeska and na kwa kwa some sebe. But we have more within the corridors of power.
Yes.
More control fear no there. Artist sem and more thing. Almost say sini almost say I die be no mere almost some say e ka say scan ho na omo but because omo there omo ni say sika ho because e ko ba say be yi sika etimi yi sika no ti say bro we che say omo afam no o satin kan a enya say bia awu akunkwala ho ade be tia say be ya on be ko school omo adidie say bia we light bill we gas besa de o be ya o family de be keep moving no omo ni sa pressure ni bi edi matimanfo no say o hu na me che no
sa me tia se pa
na say ade be tia o be ba Accra ha say ahomache 3:30 na trotro asha say ya tima ebi ni mo ko jom ebi ni mo ko afita fo ko base fo ko obi ya pese o kwa ya dia betumi sustaining the family si Ghana access say obetumi sustain your family obetumi share light bill obetumi share gas obetumi atom more obetumi sustain family no say bia omo ho nkirom say bia ye ombedi kakrampo kra family be keep moving no na akwa ade bia akwa heroic aye fansen we are say boy somehow
sir
because enye better sir say bia ya ura kufo mre bia etwem po say say we dey say obotomo a let's ka ba I don't know some papa then say aban no titiye be na woye a ebe ma sabiti manfo no we dey say be share obotomo a obenya ska ampa ese say we ya adwuma and I we ya adwuma so dia ese we nyeska And as can so some can so your friend the basic needs. Basic needs who dying car I say what you chairman ye because who are juma family sabia wala be ko school ska obeti ya me akokotia enkan international school say abai e say akwala no oda krampo a e be calculate ho be the amount.
Yes.
No way na ukobo adwuma na ska obeji no ubedu vie sabi asa dia boro no we na be ya na ukoji saska no so a we ko du fie a enye hwe endro endro be dia e hadwen nti na ya bisa enwo se aban so ye be no ye
okay
sabia ebema wudi wo sahye obotuma wo sabeka ska no
sa
e say inflation e na adokure inflation ama be bia din ukutaska 100 Ghana we ya usisa ya pa na asa we iska kakra bia na asa yo hwe amonfo bra e be yina ipa no be bre ade besa osumi besa obeji ska no sabi one manage onyoma ye pa this is also negative abra the same adwuma no bongo ubedi mi ada se mo ye nua no mo abuchire ade chai na pese e kwa abuchi esi abuchi no omo da hana ska na ba be she omo tutu mana dabi omo se omo ye adwuma ba adwuma no omo ye no ska no a ebetia wo ka no ye obi a supervise ska no wotia at least would die wodidie wonioma kitten enni kwanse ebo ko ahwan so de emburu ahwan so because wutini ye nti obe hu se woni obi ahia abrabo ase wono abochie wo Ghana ha obe hu ana wato pon wo na woda fiji na bia ka wogina nti hye no de besre se e be fa ye from saying she part to her be ya mai because sikasam a problem.
Okay. All right, Farouk. Until for now, you think that I want to know Ghana no. Do you see sa buying no? Before I say, obe mitigate these challenges and as a buying a jazz in your baby.
Abani dey say kudu a help so any driver. Engine boat no. Machine adum. Ude bi say nyana ma mo papo so eba abochie no.
Sa
multiple no na eja no dum a afa de direction bi am from abebo bia na e de mo ko utie na ko pie lampadusa utie ayeye uko memo a mo bi ko atimi chini na asem bi mo akọ France Libya wa ba bia de bi mo la say edu lampadusa o ko du e ohun ya na o ji Allah wa ko baru de kai atija wasa ba Libya
edu Libya
Masa Asamo, because Minjini Aban is ready to mitigate these problems.
Okay.
Because Minjini who are Buchere, Woody, Udioma Katrabili Kabit Liver Port. Now, who could do ports, Bongo? I have taxes are who are a apart from duty, duty need the end a in bulk. Na afei na who taxes West African tax infa AU tax massa bola tax cover tax cover recovery one tax massa taxes be of what won't here. See, Ghana is one of the expensive city in the world, a country in the world. Me oni pa be bra na nka mo bato o Ghana ase, but who ko share your friend is saying omo hwe hotel fee in your manioma bia e be charges doors mo ho anti na omo aso e omo akọ Kenya na omo akọ be fufu akọ business because taxes no doors.
Yes.
Nti menji ni say aban e wo hihye papa bia o di be mati my mo say bia ade be chi Ghana for the ho be yin because ade ba ko a omo di year campaign kese ni say NDC aban taxes doors quarter habo taxes doors ayese ne me no kan car e turn 30,000 last year and last 2 years say it turn 120,000 1.2 billion.
Okay.
Because niko na kwa fa ba no e hu duty nko a okotua be 400 500 million afei de auto car no bi a $2,000 wasan extra freight shipment e di beba bi a $1,500 and dollars no so na stabilize dollars no na tambia e foro soro e koyi nti wontimi nkonkoto car no fam baga na embe beton no bi a $800 million and $700 million this is how the cost are nti the same thing ya duane because last time I know your program you share the ma aduane boy dey
yes
as I say I obi kofa ni bayire edifi the emphasis kintampo anate chima akora bia say anate okitwa bi di abakrom krampo a hwe ska obetua enu achi wasan kofa emphasis ya san fa di ababia te chima anase di aba akra ha say hwe ka ebetua afe na nipa no betiri ni bro no akọ agbogulosi akọ to bayire akọ to bode akọ to hwan ni hwan say na wo di akọ ni fie akọ ton nti the very moment I will be too fuel mo piano master na bibi aka bibia
yes
ana ukohwe amayamaya o mo too fuel a efa fuel consumption bia o mo hu to mo papa say the economy dem ko yes Arab my mo babi too fuel mo etomre bia nsio sabi nsio kura boy this oil
yes
petrol ni gas ni asefo na Ghana high say your 3 oil fields to oil say what gas nti your gas or your 3 oil fields but still dani da no ye increase fuel na ya increase nti yatimanfo no mfoso ben na enya fuel no ayetu edimaye no nti we na ka ho a ema yatimanfo no ye ho kire ye ema sikasam eye den na master wo abusua elephant side family ma ba ko ona mi no nkola be 3 4 5 a ho na obeti nti sikasam de den ena mingin de say apan no ewo anamo bia ana wo to anamo bia be ma ye ho ahin ha e fa sikasam mo
all right see Farouk me that's pa ne adventure
yo misi me that's okay me that's
all right nti Farouk samu ena menene twhwe nkomo na Farouk de na adventure ba say ba bia Ghana e kono de enya de say mpanyifo no e wa adwen bia say man no on person stabilize them because they don't seem to even know what the issue is all about. Nema o munim ya na say man no na e behwe na ja man da cruise control say Farouk can was say I to say buta esi poso a captain na da ana wawu no ba bia mframa bebo ni bia no ba na de ne ko enti mama ye nto aso na fi de ye ntwetwe nkomo no nko ye nim enti excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia nsem bia o kan then we pick it up from there. I think say these are all things that will be added that but the how I see a kai if the bisa your own questions say, are we on the right track? Do we have the right managers of our economy in place? And I said, do we need to change government? Send be better policies for our government.
Open economy with market determination of prices. Exchange rate movements are the most important indicator of underlying macroeconomic fundamentals. As the saying goes, when in doubt, observe the exchange rate. The lesson from history for governments is that you cannot manage the economy with propaganda. In fact, you can engage in all the propaganda you want, but if the fundamentals are weak, the exchange rate will expose you.
Ladies and gentlemen, you will recall that I stated in 2014 that if the fundamentals are weak, the exchange rate will expose you. That was true then, and it is true now. It is 100% correct. So if the fundamentals are weak, the exchange rate will expose you. But it is warped logic to jump from that to a conclusion that if there is depreciation in your currency, then the fundamentals must be weak. Do you understand the logic? It is very warped logic. If the fundamentals are weak, the exchange rate will expose you. But if the exchange rate moves, you cannot jump to that conclusion that the fundamentals are weak. That defies logic.
The same person says, if your fundamentals are weaker, exchange rate will expose you. Then he comes back again to say, a warped logic to think, if the fundamentals are weaker, exchange rate will expose you. Now he turns back to ask you, do you understand what he means? How on earth are we going to understand you? If these are the managers of our economy, then we are in very, very, very big problem. This is the reason why, and now Ghana and the to say, I'm about Ghana because don't say you don't get what they want. Sikabiyama, and now we are hospital, health insurance, I say. Cocoa board, workers from Cocoa board, they are now sacking them. They are telling them that they should write application again, and then they will assess it for Bima. I think I had one of the documents, so I'll just post it here for everybody to read it. Say, boy, you know. And that is what is happening. This is what is happening in Cocoa board right now. Because a buying team in Fanny Pomo team to team into your mocha into a dinyansa baby yinipa be medi. Well, if what a man when I say in a minor, the managers of the economy now, oh, they were near to almost no. I don't know. How on earth? And as I might we say, we are team we need babunu tima. Who bet me at all my way. So if we are building a society, a nation, a country, we need honest politicians. And your politicians are or cancer now, China, or Sako cancer for politicians are we cannot trust them. Because as some no can know him say some born a throne would ditch it out. But then the question is the youth, and so let's come back to read the youth now. Yeah, so we are now we have some youth in the politics right now. They also seems to be turning the same way than Panyifono A. Oh, I don't know, say Panyifono nature or more. Nobody even knows. In the African youth, so now being in United States to become a politician now is the only thing that a neighbor Bunu was officer or a politician, and that is where he or she is going to make the money from. And some are no require an Panyifono piano say Uncle Canon Sugusoka. So we are building the society, even the youth, and also you cannot even trust ourselves because we also go into politics with the sole aim of making money. In Timinia Opoku Abraham was saying, managing the economy is not about much talk. Have you seen yourself, Dr. Bomia, from Gatuso? And this Gatuso, Bibia Bokode. Would you say, Meta one catch it? If you have a bonk of more minia. Sana minia power and so FM from SA. Minia SA Bokode. So the youth and so the Mama Professor Lumumba assembly on so catching the youth and then from there and then we also gonna pick up from there because the youth and so we have the mandate sense so even manage our own affairs. The mandate out the mantle of governance from these old people now almost say minor. But are we stable? Are we focused? Can we also trust ourselves? Say, so Germany says, I use beating my that economy, and I say the perfect society that we want. Then we come back to the program, then we continue from there.
There was a time when I believed naively, of course, that the next generation is the generation that will be slightly better than our generation. But I'm quite clear in my mind that holding all factors constant, the younger generation is, in my view, even more dangerous to Africa. Oh dear. Because they have learned from the older generation. Remember the age-old saying that when mother cow is chewing cud, baby cow, namely the calf, is watching very keenly. The next generation of Africans is waiting for the opportunity to be thieves. And a recent survey in Kenya demonstrated that over 40% of young people think that there is nothing wrong with corruption. The only thing that they think is wrong is to be arrested, and that the only thing that you must do is to avoid being arrested. And I'm quite certain that if a survey were to be conducted in Nigeria, many young Nigerians would love to be in the opportunity, in the situation where they can steal. So that people condemn corruption sometimes not because they hate it, but because they themselves don't have the opportunity to be corrupt. It is not going to be easy, and going forward, we must go back to the basics and ask ourselves as Africans what it is that we must do. And I think what we must do is to create a new African, an African who has integrity, an African who believes that there is honesty, and that can only be done if we punish the corrupt. Impunity is one of the problems. There is the story of one infamous Nigerian called James Ibori, who is now serving term in Nigeria, rather in the United Kingdom. He could not be jailed here in Nigeria, and he is now jailed in the United Kingdom. In our own country, we have cases where people have been convicted and their money confiscated in the United Kingdom, but in our own country, nothing is happening. In other words, there is a sense in which we in Africa condone and encourage thieves. And in any event, in many African countries, most of those who are elected into public office are thieves. And once you elect thieves into public office, then you can rest assured that nothing will happen when they occupy public office.
You're talking about rebirth here for Africa, because that seemed as if we have to go back to the basics. Once upon a time, people don't have thieves within the hamlets, communities, villages, and those who steal are ostracized. But today, I think it seems that those who pilfer the nation's wealth are extolled and taken to some other good places. How can these new breed of Africans be grown, since now they're watching the mother cow chew its cord?
You know, one of the things that we must ask ourselves as Africans is, what do we do with our education system? Is something wrong with our education system? Is something wrong with our value system? And we must go back to the basics. I remember a country, then a little country like Hong Kong, had a major problem with corruption. A decision was made by the political leadership that we had to clean up the system. And cleaning up the system meant looking at the electoral process. It meant looking at the education system. It meant looking at all the values of the society and re-engineering those. And once you're engineering those, then you create an environment where a new Nigerian who is honest and votary of integrity will emerge. A new Ghanaian, a new Kenyan, a new Zambian. It must be a question of going back to the basics. Because in our societies, we still respect people who work hard. If today, for example, somebody was a goat thief in rural Nigeria, he or she would not be respected. But the thief who is stealing billions from the Federal Reserve in Abuja is respected. In other words, if we steal money from national government, that is not condemned. But if we steal somebody's goat, we condemn that. We must, in the nature of things, make sure that the things of the 21st century and the things that we relate with our traditional lives are equated, and that a thief is a thief irrespective of what he or she steals.
How does the media come in here?
The media sometimes is complicit. There is a sense in which African media sometimes celebrates thieves. Sometimes it's deliberately, sometimes it is unwittingly. My own view is that the media has a duty to give the oxygen of publicity to men and women who say the right things. A program such as this is a useful program because it gives me the opportunity to highlight some of the things that I think are critical in the fight against corruption. But the tragedy in many African countries is that these thieves own the media, some of them. And when they own the media...
All right. Inti, one was in seminar profocano. Most of them say what about Ghana clear from the things he's saying, say, and one equals Ghana. No. One, let's start from the back. Media, no, and then almost all politicians or radio and TV stations. It's very difficult for one employer as speaking the rots in the system. For which be or won't to me TV and I won't to me radio or by the cassette here, chama won't to me NPP. Automatically, no, he or she become part and parcel of them. A lawyer, for example, a very respectable lawyer in our society. But as soon as I call won't to me radio or to me TV, no, only Chama to me, there's no difference. He's not even more worse than Chama to me. No. But how these politicians end up owning all these media houses or media outlets in the country like Ghana now is a challenge for our society. And to see in Ghana, na quite level say even no correct any radio to be, no correct any TV to be. Gone were the days when we were young. Now take GBC, GTV, who say we kind of correct. These days, radio stations propaganda. And almost all radio stations are all TV stations for now. And they are all the same people on the same social media. So we're all streaming live on TV, they call on radio, then on social media platforms. So the same people, so you get these kind of information now, and on all these platforms on the same outlets. And also will be consuming the same information. It's very, very difficult for even the people living in their countries, to consume proper information. Say what can some no because say politicians, these fake and corrupt politicians from most we are and because on the critique juma and that is the idea. Man for people say we na critique juma we na be juma we it is any pan de yen kasentiano any pa we tia na so it say what na so no because it says juma no kugua ono so ne juma. And this all comes out because the government of the day, our multi-African, they are not creating jobs. They are not giving opportunities to people to become employed or self-employed or entrepreneurs to earn a living. And here now we are politicians who escape on no be our man because it says can we a charm amount for being a biddy. Until now we don't even get the honest politicians. Then these same people, youth in the school we are, as I am saying, these same people and employ them in their workplaces. Until once in a while, this kind of cotono. Until kind of correct. And the African youth is also starting to believe, say, politicians be about Unyeska or a Kromfoto. They also want to venture into politics to make the same kind of money. Because in Neubisa Kwaketa Ghana, now getting to Benya VA, to Benya Lancruise Matana. But all Lancruise and Bochena, because they know every politician be attending, they don't even know the quantum of money they use into purchasing these Lancruises. Until now, Calabia is into politics. Until so what kind of natural Moka say, hey, politics is for politicians, and young Kalankola Juma, nobody even understands them. Now more brain you never become a politician. Bande you kofa obi o te kwan ho na yakoma DC MC bo se sikawi anko minim nipa bi ma be DC MC ya mo ba na wan kasa money plot. So in 4 years time no na we see abronsan no private cars na na mai de or packet tataso. Into akwala bi at society ni ma on so feel say becoming a politician it makes you famous and then you amass wealth then you become famous because sorry them when a politician comes up obi sorry. Until now, I saw the way to honorable assemblyman could have no be a critical say honorable DC. Now, sorry, now so for China, you command a high table so I near the sewer question in him now. Sorry, Bano, what the bench is over from. This is the kind of country or the society we are building. In African today, everybody is corrupt. In the corruption, abed of the day, when you're corrupt, they don't even praise you. And the youth in but I don't even know how we're going to change the mindset. Education, I said, many panel, into our universities, our colleges, even from GHS and teacher following us, they are all corrupt because they all speak the same corrupt languages in 1980. He or she is the same corrupt as and the same professor kind but be a Inti aduane na ma di na kwala nso nyi edisi aduane na akodi. So we end up building the society so ukoye politician na wanye koromfo a nobody respects you. Yamfa wonya hwe. Until we have a big problem in our continent. Say be a bit to solve problems and a problem. The problems or the challenges in our society, nobody is sitting down to find concrete solutions to them because they say it doesn't work. It doesn't work. Now, a politician, he or she is going to ask huge sum of money. You don't even know them. I have been in the society. People approach me with a whole lot of proposals. You sit down to think, say, are you serious to bring me this proposal? Because if you want to organize a young person in maybe a polytechnic or university comes back and thinks that he or she or person obey adibinti obehiam everywhere, the amount of money on the approach, you would start to think, say, now it's going to be that. And now what you want to pay. But that is the mantra because they all understand say panyibi also etim be a crop for. So now nobody even thinks that in our society we have genuine people there. Obi enim say obi always sika man be an crop for because say sika no uko wiaye. Sana obi agenten. Timinia Florence, also God bless you for helping us to save Ghana. Minia ba enokre. Because if we don't do this kind of things, society na etim no, society na air pro, society na air say. And because we all see all politicians as corrupt, and because all politicians are corrupt. Uno be to society, my bones a bicycle crowd, okay, MP by now, or Land Cruiser, or a car, or articulators, or the Ubi senses canon, unya honorable, MP salary, singer, also MPC and Yiska Casibio, Nakai, we then a toya, unyan some family. And that is the kind of society we are building. In the Africa now the youth also know you need future because we all see ourselves to become corrupt as the old people now. Until the one was be second in the Japan, honorable in the Japan say promises now what my make I don't know to for failure or say Yemen make promises. Yet he is a board chairman for Ghana Gas or something like that. Or parliamentary committee on security or something like that. Honorable in the Japan no. Yet si ekoto tuo ne militias de ba ubisa say ton say ontimi kan kire. That is the kind of society we are building. In the African, we are sitting on a time bomb. And that time bomb is and we exploded the whole continent in a year survive that entimi nyi da because nkwala no mu free chire bani nyan they are looking at us mpanyifo no mo wani mo no. Onu so be nyi aba na no abeti say wan kasa sa otu sika wi na no nzo ba be. We need the free we nzo ba be. Sika wia nkwa na na say jima e ba cho bibia boko de that's it Patrick o say e so say wo hwe me nwumbre yeah enti society na ye no sa na ye de ko enu nti na nne wo don sa she obotuma wunye sika bia she obotuma because sika ni na mpanyifo na wi sika ni na kwa chedam obi afa sika na kugu ni passe ono ondi. It is only in Africa or in Ghana that minim say politician timi wi sika abra ono nim say sika no ondi all this kind of kwa to them ondi sika no so sika na she mpasse ono nso o did the whole timamufo ni na abro so wa first can na send this kind of kwa see. Then he or she, that person comes into a society and they say president so honorable oh me yara me ko honorable mamiska 500 cities me fan ko say yare onim se honorable ni dia kwa kwaji over $100 million honorable first can na atana so nti enne mine ye team no se wanje kromfo na wonye politician na even okwa asori kwa asofo no kwa and respect you. For the society we are building a very serious society because to govern a society you need a serious minded people to do this kind of thing. But you see now to say every akwalabia to Ghana, bisa akwalakwa so person be there, so person be politician because they know that is where the money is coming from. Because my man papa ntimi feeding 3 square meals a day, omuntimi. When you live in a society aduane nipa bi di kwa aye problem amani pa na, then how on earth do you expect that society they say omuntimi nkoye ade papa bi e wo ho. And that is why when you put your money, your pocket inside you kind of say there's nothing coming out. And that is the topic of today. Inside your pocket economy. Until now, we say na one kasa one moto. Auto idea of the economy yeto. Auto idea yeto. In about floor, it's true. God expose them all. Yeah. Because one couple na kasa na better chomoto. One couple na better chomoto. Sahana deep thinker also my brother, we must do more to get the group father and his group of evil people out. Of course, that is what we all need to do. Familia deep thinker, so then the question we are asking is, are we also ready to take power? the power and my so that is what one will say. There is a question that I have been thinking about. I want all of us to just come out and then have an answers to. NPP is not performing. You understand? How ready NDC so Beshe Ghana for one say power how ready? And I answer Beshe Ghana for boss. Until Misaka offer for Bako.
Hello. Hello.
Bacho, what is it now for him?
Hello.
Bacho Temeka. Hello. Mini Temeka.
Hello. Mete wonka minua.
All right. Until 1 hour with Munufie so Bacho. And your topic in inside
Hello.
the economy. What do you want to say Ubutuma? Dear neighbor.
Network.
All right, I think the offer for me so the line and should and clear. Indeed, that is the Ghana we all need. We need a society. Oh, yeah, hospital. Ubenya ayara sahe papa. Otoma dia yeto. Okota unyebito. Oba peduane dia unyeduane because adwuma na we need to okay nti usu unye skabiti me de hwe ho yare unye skabiti me de feed your family those kind of things. But if we all live in a society no so o peska kwa do sashe okutukuma hwe ma then it's a serious society. We need to speak the rods in that system. Now question is why na oko ka kire no? This is the question. Why na oko ka kire no? Because the nipa na oko ka kire no or as corrupt as nipa na oko yin efi ode no abehye ho no. Or in other sense, the youth the mindset na be taking over the mantle from these kind of so-called corrupt people. No? We are also as corrupt as them because we all seem to be behaving the same way they are behaving. We all seem to be consuming the same information they are consuming because they are giving us those fake informations. Today, quite a bit of different information that you're consuming. And this is why we have taken ourselves, we will come out and then be telling the people the truth that they all need to know, they all need to hear. It doesn't mean say be one party be a no, that is not the idea here. Many about Ama Florence, also NDC have done it before, so we all we can have trust in them. Matthias, meaning, I know, I understand, but what I'm trying to say is say, Nipa na NDC DA bano. Are we sure say these people? And yet to send the NPP for a that is my question now. Because they also need to give Ghanaians the hope and the trust in them. Say, NDC for the bar, we're going to do things differently. And yet to send NPP for a that is what I'm trying to mean here. I know NDC, we all have the track records and other things. Say we can deliver, we know how NDC can do everything. But the question is, are we ready? And do we give Ghanaians the hope for them to trust us? That is the question. Enti minia enye easy task say anya ne sa de aman no ye nyina ye say man no na man ne be kwa durba bia afi de bon say we ne hwia enye ye biem because if the older generation no afeli man na say younger ones no so intimi man hope there then we have a problem. This is why biem ene nya man ne hyerensa e asam se be minia no enti ene program no inside your pocket economy me sure say 1 hour with Munufie send the be stream 1 hour no ene ebia 1 hour no me de besi ha na nyame ya adom no da adom do me ya o chena so ebetan aba na wa onyamre hwe me bia nso no me da wase say onyamre na o hwe me say wantimi nso a eda on a various platforms ene 1 hour with Munufie on YouTube ba che so onyan subscribe ya na ko subscribe o nso ubetima hwe program na free ho ebe boy send be ada bia me ba online it will just give you the notice straight away. So na 1 hour with Munufie on Facebook and so and so when follow ya no be follow send be ada bia me ba and so ebetimi aboost and na NDC Teshman of Youth Wing and so epeke live on their platform munia me chairman so na NDC Finland branches so epeke live today nti munia so and so that's Evana Patrick Chama Patrick NDC Finland branch we aboko there on ya pamfo nyina obo adwuma pa o NDC Nordic monyere mo ho na nyakopon de brepa peba ebeton super agu bibia so many about Elizabeth Asafo Ado Elizabeth Osafo Ado patches me nyɛ wodi ya me patches bi abɔkɔ de I think say on my tamba bo sana Yakubu nen some so ɛwɔ hɔ deep thinker bibi abɔkɔ de Rita Achampong, Samuel Francis, Farouk Samu, Kulu Hope, and many more. Judith Morrison, Munina, or Pacho, Bibia Boko, the Miniaba, Damasi, Semunyambre, Namwe, Barakisu, Isaka, Dana Florence, Ama, Munina, Mobwa, Jumadie, Ekoso, Kama Pa, and Tinyame Adoma, Ochena, we will come back with another topic, but I think say I'll prompt you before so that you can also join our live stream. Tina Yana many badges say, live stream no be nyamre na mo be join e se na be ya bit ma share idea na nyɛ te sɛ me nkwa me ideas na time bia no me de ba because yɛ team mo phone me pe sɛ obi ade na adwen kyerɛ eba na yɛ de movie program no forward yɛ de kyekere man no because we yɛ man kyekere ɛna yɛ nyina eba be yɛ nyɛ nipa ba akwa adwen no nkwa de ba because adwen ne sɛ me nkwa me fa me nkwa ma adwen a ebi tuma ba te sɛ me nkwa ma adwen no ɛnya adwen ebi tuma bo man no nti sɛ wɔn so de wo de bɛka ho a afi de be ma man no akɔ n'anim sɛ ne a nyina ɛhwɛ no enti me de obi bia sɛ unyamre na ohwe me sɛ nyame yɛ adom no da dom dom ya ɔkyena bɛsan aba bi midi ani William Munufie amankona na program e na with Munufie enti sɛ wo mmerɛ a da bia me pacho no wanyamre na hwɛ me da obi bia se bye bye